Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's good to be back doing something like this. I'll try to do it as much as possible as time can personally allow me to do something like this. So welcome back. My name is Yazan and I'm on a journey of becoming a man. In my last video, I personally opened about the fact of my journey to becoming a man, and I wanted to cultivate something more and dive deep and delve into this topic. So I'll be sharing some experiences, some personal matters, my thoughts, and we'll see on how much we can relate to each other. So first of all, I want to discuss about something very important and overlooked. Its purpose. I've been trying to find my purpose along the way of my life, and I still really don't know. I didn't go into a room and only think about what do I want to do in my life, because of course you can change your life and you can do whatever you like, what you prefer, what you fancy, but it's really important to take a moment and think about something long term, some experiences that you want to have, something as a passion, a hobby that you want to personally develop. So I'll try to see which one is mine, and I will communicate it when I will be aware of it. You see, my hair is well kept today, huh? Just for you. And I want to also reflect on maturity, because it goes hand on hand with purpose. At least that's what I feel like. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, because now I'm not a kid anymore. I don't go to school anymore. I work, so I have to feed myself and my family. Remember, you can't feed somebody else without feeding yourself. You can't pour water from an empty bottle. So think about yourself first. It could be selfish, some will say, but I will say that it's quite the opposite, because the more you have inside you that you're willing to share, the more you're gonna be joyful about helping and the more you will be able to give. That's my personal opinion, to be honest. And I would like to share also some personal experiences that are very, you could say, stupid or little, but I think it's important to face these. I always had a fear of heights and spiders. Only spiders, not insects in general. Funny enough, my favorite superhero is Spider Man. I'm going off topic here. So I was saying that it's very important to face your fears, even if they could sound stupid and not something heroic or something big. Personally, I always had a fear of heights, and I was always scared to use a ladder. Maybe it could be something from when I experienced when I was little, young, a children. I don't really remember, but I always had this fear. I don't know why or how it came, but it was always there. Where I work, it's necessary to use a ladder briefly every day. And at the beginning, it was awful. I was climbing so slowly. When I came to half the reach of the maximum that you could go, I was shaking there. I was trembling. I still remember it. I was almost about to fall down, not because the ladder was moving, but because I thought it was moving, so I was becoming so spasmodic, and I was going back and forth, and I almost fell. It lasted 3 or 4 days because I used the ladder twice a day for less than a minute or 2 minutes, but I have to use it. And the first times, my colleagues joked about me. Oh, you can do that. You're such a boy. You, I'm a pussy. What can I say? It's a fear of mine. But then, more as time went on, I was still doing it, no matter my fear. So I faced it. I didn't hide from it. I didn't ask somebody else, oh, could you please do it for me this time because I'm afraid or I hurt my back or something else. So at the end, I did it constantly every single day. I do it right now also. It's been a few months, but I will say after 3 weeks, my my fear of heights went away, at least from that height. But it's still a huge progress because now I could use a ladder to clean up my house, to do other things. It opens so many possibilities. Obviously, you're not gonna do something every day with a ladder. It's unpredictable. It's the probability of you doing that it's so low. But it could happen, and when it happens, because people say, "Oh, it doesn't happen, so who cares?" But when it happens, then they care. You have to prevent that, and I did in this case. Obviously, if I will use a much higher ladder, it will be different. But still, I defeated the base level, so I can move up on top now. And this was something really major because I will think this as something as a snowball effect. In the cartoons that I used to watch when I was young, there was always this thing of a cliff where there was snow. When you launch on top of the snow a snowball, it will roll over, fall down the cliff, but still roll over and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's how I will think of my habits, because the more I do of the small little habits that I do them consistently. I butchered that. Let me try again. Constantly. I got it. So, when I will do this constantly, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And obviously, you're gonna start with something small, but then it will be so big that everybody can see it. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if I could open about something else or maybe reserve it for another time. I think I'll reserve it for another time. It's been quite a long video. I will not do edits. First of all, I don't really have the time. I'm new here. Maybe more in the future I will definitely to grow my YouTube channel. And thank you for joining me on this exploration of building, crafting a meaningful, purposeful, mature life. I thank you again because together you can embrace this journey and make every single moment count. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you soon.